Hello and welcome, Cosmic Quantum Travelers and Diamond Avatars. I hope you're not feeling as tired as I am right now as I'm recording this. Ebony is agreeing. She says yes, and she wants me to play every time I'm recording. She comes up. Anyway, so Murphy's Law, I think. So what I wanted to say is I was still guided to record a message, although I really needed to push myself today because I think we're really tired from everything that has been received and is clearing right now from our and the collective body and the planetary body. And it's literally everything. So we're quantum completing all we have been speaking about forever. Past, present, and future are meeting in this now, in the 0-point field of no time whatsoever. And the forerunners are holding the field as we go with the flow and the ups and downs and the rodeo of this crazy journey and see through the illusions. And that's how we dissolve them. Okay. The false matrix is fully unplugged. It's dissolving. All the mind control programming, all MK Ultra programming, all the reversals, limiting programming, all that, the false fear programming that the matrix was based upon. So it's also coming up and out in our cellular memory. So there will be kind of, it's like a review of everything we've been through throughout all of our incarnations here and multidimensionally. That's how I'm experiencing it. And it's like a last, like today I just felt the heaviness of it all, of everything we've been through, and like the shittiness of it all. And, you know, the physical being the way it is. And it was like, I felt like I wanted to cry because it's just so much, but then I couldn't. So I knew I was finished. And Ebony agrees yet again. So we're done with the healing here. There is the womb healing is also completing. It's all completing. It's all being blitzed. The grids, our meridians, the dragons are out in full force. I'm going to do some bum scratching here for her. And basically, it's we're all lighting up. Okay, Christmas has come early. Christ consciousness is taking over. And I see in the next 24 to 48 hours, there's going to be a massive shift. So the breakthroughs, massive breakthroughs and quantum leaps are completing. And we will see how far we are jumping over the next few days. So it's all about choosing between fear and love. And all I can tell you is fuck fear, because it's keeping you in the false matrix, okay? And it's not real. It's your imagination going wild, and most of it is false evidence appearing real. That's what fear means, quite frankly. And you need to see through it now. This is the time, bullseye, highest realities. Don't fall for the distractions and the narratives and the stories that are being played out, because there's fallen timelines that are going down. Let them dissolve within the 0-point field of neutrality. Take it nuclear if you need to, okay? At least radical. So radical neutrality doesn't mean that you can't feel anything. You just keep coming back to the heart. If you have a lot of fear coming up, lie down or relax. Just try breathing. Try not to think. Because this is all about now, all this false matrix, memories and programming is all clearing from the whole consciousness field. And you just need to see it for what it is. It's not who you are. Just neutralize it, and it's very easily gone and moving through you now. And the physical symptoms you feel, it's DNA and light body upgrades, but also obviously all of this AI and all of the holographic overlays and all of the implants and inserts, any remnants that we were still carrying in our field, miasma, I mean, bloodline clearing, it's everything. I posted a post as well with every video. I usually post a post, always check them as well on the YouTube and Facebook page, YouTube community page and a Facebook page. And I have more written there, but it's even more than this. It's like everything is quantum completing, especially anything I've written about over the last 2 years. It's all, you know, you could just all read it now, and it's all completing. All of our missions, lessons, this matrix is going offline. So know what's happening, be prepared. Stay in the 0-point field, stay in your heart, keep dropping your mind into your heart. Your heart knows, and it's not just the heart, it's the higher heart-mind connection. It's not that you're going brainless or anything. It's just that the heart leads. And ultimately your whole navigation system is, your gut and your whole, psychic abilities, it's everything all connected together as one, okay, and all of your wisdom and lessons and all of that. So, but we cannot now let our fears of what has happened to us in the past prevent us from going for what we really want and what our heart knows is our destiny, because we need to fully align with that, what we know we're supposed to do now. Like there are new instruction sets coming in. Also ask for the instruction sets and to know what the next steps are. Like I feel there will be a lot shifting over the next few days. And for me, my guidance is to fully like let the fuck go now and relax. I need to relax. I've done so much. I literally feel like a lemon that has been squeezed. The 20-11 call, which was amazing. Thank you so much for everyone who took part. But there was so much interference trying to come in. I mean, that day in general, obviously on where we're at. And just the massiveness of the energies being transmuted and the clearing. And then yesterday for the new moon, the whole day, I mean, we've done massive work in the astral over the last, in general, it's not just astral, over the last days, but especially the last 2 days. So amazing work, everyone. It's done. Okay, it's done. Many of us have started dancing, might not be every day, and maybe do it in the morning, and in the evening you're very tired, things like that. But we're feeling better and better, lighter and lighter. And yes, there's still expansion, contraction. And what I also felt was, so let me just finish. So I did the second part of the totality of singularity group calls that I did for the 11th and the 22nd of the 11th. The second call we did, and it was amazing. We did 2 activations, and I and the group together, we decided to post them because I wasn't able technically to get back to all the emails. It was just some disappeared, and it was just a huge mess with certain people I didn't have the emails from, and I think I'm missing some emails. So anyone who hasn't received, okay, who has signed up for the calls and who hasn't received an email from me with the 11th call, because that is only for those who have signed up, okay? And there's also the new Earth Abundance activation part of this, which is an MP3 for over 40 minutes. Now, you get this from me via email. Please send me an email to ramonalappin, one word, @hotmail.com, so I can send it to you, because I most likely don't have your email contact details, okay? Because of that, we decided to post a replay with the 2 new activations of the 22nd call, which was one activation is basically for you to daily clear and shield your field, which you can do once a day or, however often you feel like it really. I've used it now for the last 2 mornings and I find it really good. I'm not happy with the sound quality of both of the activations. The first one, because I recorded it with my normal headset, which I shouldn't have done. And there is a white noise behind. Now, I do like white noise and I listen to it and it's actually kind of soothing and it's zoning me out even more. Yeah. And you don't need to follow it even, just, I sometimes zone out from my own activations, often actually. So just let your higher self take over. But anyway, so that's really a good 15-minute activation that will help you clear and shield your field, especially right now with everything clearing. Very helpful. So that's there for you. I'm going to post this in the description box. If they don't allow me, because I had problems lately, I post it in the comments box. So check, okay? So a link to the recording of the call, which was over 3 hours long, and 2 activations. One, the ones I just said. And they're also on my SoundCloud. And it's a daily clearing and source shield, it's called. And then the second one was the Crystal Cathedral and I think Diamond Grid activation, or New Earth Diamond Grid activation. And that's over 35 minutes long. And that's very powerful because it's been really clearing out all the rest of the rubbish and activating also our DNA and plasma body. And also very powerful. I'm feeling the effect on the masculine feminine merging that's happening, and also really bringing the counterparts together in the field, because it's clearing out all the reversals. It's all the gender reversals, which had caused also the gender split and the sexual misery programming. Also, our womb healing is completing. And that also has a lot to do with us tapping back into our sexual and creative energies and our power and our vitality. So that's appropriate or concerns masculine and feminines on men and female bodies, because we all have a creational womb. And I always believe the feminine, we're all feminine. I mean, we are all feminine masculine. Anyway, in mostly kind of feminine in a sense, or primary. Anyway, we're all one, divine masculine, divine feminine, divine child, merging within the Holy Trinity. Divine unions are active in the field. The unity field is online. The Crystal Cathedral Network, which is basically building the house of God, our, light body, and helping basically our ascension, and also in the planetary grids is building that architecture, along with all, rainbow rounds running through the grids. We're running 144 dimensional frequency bands, really pure source light through the grids and rainbow rounds, as we call them. And yeah, we have a lot of help. So any moment now, we will see massive shifts. We can feel them. That's also why there's a lot of anxiety felt. First of all the timelines are clearing, all the fear-based energy and programming, which is also held in our cellular memory. And then we can also feel this from the collective, and we can feel something big is coming. So something big is coming. And that's just that. What it is, I don't know. How far we can take it, we shall see. I'm going to let fully go, because that's also part of the last step of the manifestation. Also, anyone who is listening to the activations and the call, and you would like to make a donation towards the call, I would very much appreciate that, or in general to support, all my work that I've been giving very freely over the last year and so. And I also, appreciate the support back. So thank you very much for everyone who has been supporting me in all ways, shapes and forms, and who has been giving a donation to enable me to do what I'm doing and to be able to share this with everyone, because I know the recognition is coming now. I know the abundance is coming now. But again, we also are opening up wide for that, because I know how powerful my work is and how valuable it is. And I do know that other people have not been fully all able to see that. And also I have to say at this point, because in one of my last videos I said, yeah, it's okay, all the people who've been kind of projecting their unacknowledged shadow aspects of us. But I think we're also getting to a time where, and I did say it in that video, that we're not taking on that stuff anymore. But I think we're really getting really tired of it. It's just so like, just no more. And I can also feel in the fields that those who have been projecting, maybe still a lot, are acknowledging that they have. And we all need to do that. The more we stay in our embodiment, because we all still project, in certain moments when somebody triggers us, but seeing those triggers as a opportunity to integrate more of yourself and as a gift, instead of as someone is doing something to you. Like people like me have done so much, and I have to deal with so much energetic pushback and shit and interference. And I just need people to really like own up to that crap, like just collectively and generally, because people like me have really carried and cleared so much. We're just so done with all of this. Done. And we are done, but we're also like done. So everybody needs to pick up their crap right now and really pull it all back within, and just be very self-responsible and accountable for what they're projecting onto the screen. And that's also in regards to timelines. So no matter what's going on out there, you need to know that you can't give your power away to somebody else knowing better than you what's going to happen. And let other people basically write the timelines for you. What are you going to create? What do you believe is going to happen? What are you giving your consciousness consent to? What are you for or against it? Write your own script, write your own stories, especially now. Also, funny thing is, we are nothing without our stories. Let go of the stories. Become nothing. Let go of your false ego, which equals the false matrix. And let go of the illusion. Because that's what needs to happen in order for us to fully, everybody themselves, to access the unity field. And then everything conspires in our favor and everything is aligning now for us, but we need to align with it. So if somebody tells you this is happening, well, this is what's available in the field, but are you aligning with what's available in the field? That's the question. So when people are like, oh, I can't feel any difference, it's also like, well, what are you actually doing in order to make that difference, to make the change happen? So we need to be the change agents. We need to now fully reclaim our power. We can no longer let anyone mess with us, okay? Whilst we come from love, but we have very clear boundaries, all right? And discernment. And only the best is good for us now, because that's what we're attracting. That's our frequency. It's a whole frequency that is then manifesting the realities for us, where we do not have people, overstep their boundaries, or if somebody is now projecting their stuff at us, we just know, because we have transcended our own ego. It's not about us, it's about them, and it's kind of water off a duck's back, but it's still not nice having to deal with so much of that. So in general, that's what's wrong with people not owning their stuff. That's why we are where we're at collectively. That's where we are falling in consciousness. People projecting their stuff onto one another and projecting demons onto the screen. But I've said about this before, talked about this. So we've had enough of people projecting. Okay, we're done with this now. Done. No more. All right. And again, nobody's perfect here. We just talk about it. All right. And that's the important part. We really need to communicate. We really need to talk about it. We really need to come together and come together on what we're agreeing on. So for me, it's very much relax and stop trying so hard, which is like an old aspect of me, is one of the main tips I would always give myself. But, a lot of us also had to do a lot and had to get the stuff done in order to get it done. Because a lot of people also let, things slip, quite frankly. It really is the case. So what I also wanted to say is, after the activation on the 22nd, as I was going to bed, because somebody else who took part had a similar experience, I had basically negative entities literally visually coming into my, inner side. And I could feel the fear, and I could feel, they were trying to get in. I mean, I could feel the whole day, just the whole mess in the field, because of those big portal days anyway. And then obviously whenever I would do a call or something like this, there will always be just a lot of interference that's trying to get in. And anyway, so I had this kind of entity attack trying to happen. And then the message I got was, all I had to do was really relax. And remember, it's just a projection, it's just illusion, and it would disappear. I just had to let go of the fear. And I did. And now, since yesterday, I still know that these beings are clearing and releasing, but ultimately it's just, you just need to look at it as energy, frequency and vibration, thought forms, however you want to see it, but ultimately it's just energy, and we're just evaporating it now as you fully let go of your fear. Fully check your body. There's nothing. If you dissolve into nothingness, you are one with everything. If we think of them as separate from us, you know what I mean? That's part of the illusion. So they aren't, just like other people. So we're all one. There's only one of us here. So they're also part of that oneness. So once you totally transcend your fear, they literally have nothing to bite on. And then just dissolve in your field. Well, you also make that command, and you ask your team and source to get rid of it, and go to source. Okay, I don't know why people need to always call in all the archangels and ascended masters and whatever. And yes, we do this to a certain extent, but definitely give the highest command to source. Go direct. That's the highest healing power. Okay, and you have that access, so you don't need any other being or teacher, healer to give you that access. That's what it's about, all of this. You knowing yourself as an extension of source and being the embodiment and the channel for source to work through you. And what you have to do is just empty yourself of all the false ego nonsense. And again, we integrate it. You don't kill it, you integrate it. You talk to it, you try to find out why it behaves the way it does. And then you say, no, let's do it this way. Okay? So check out the call. If something like this happened, this is like the last hurrah of like us just being, the last war is always won within our own mind. That's where it all started. And ultimately, these are just shadow beings. Okay? They're dissolving as you have no more fear, and you have the power. That's the most important thing. And we all can do this. You can only really clear your own field. So a lot of clearing your field and reinforcing it right now as all of this stuff clears out. But this is super extra quick right now. Okay, and the more you can just let go of fear, that just dissolve. It's fear. It's fear that has become, like, has taken on a life of its own. All right, so let go of the monsters, let go of the projections, put it all back within, let go of the fear, just let go, fully relax. Everything, just fully relax, let go, let go. And use my activations to really help. They're really powerful. So Bullseye, full focus on all new Ascension of realities. They're available now. The next few days are paramount. Just don't, just start listening to music in the morning, start dancing if you have the energy. Otherwise, relax, really look after yourself. Know everything is coming to you, okay? And still, obviously, listen to your guidance and whatever you need to do in every now moment, okay? It's always both. And we tune in mainly though via our frequency alignment and our embodiment. That's the key. Our embodiment unlocks everything. When your alignment, that's your embodiment with the higher consciousness, everything aligns for you. That's you aligning with your destiny. All right. And that's what's happening now. So know that God is going to blow our mind, which is ultimately all of us together who have already co-created what's coming now. And we keep co-creating it in every moment because we remember what we have already done in order to get there. Okay. So your future self knows, merge with your future self of what you're supposed to align with. And your heart has that access. So listen to your heart. It knows. All right. And just clear your monkey mind and just tune into the higher consciousness. It's all these epiphanies, revelations, clarity. It's all there. It's just this, since the 22nd, we have just a lot clearing right now. So just know what it is, also from the body, okay, and support yourself. And just, the body needs to relax a lot. It just makes it a lot easier, okay? So master your thoughts makes you master your realities, okay? So that's what we need to do, becoming super conscious, tune into your super conscious mind and really work with it, become super mindful, all right, train yourself. Every thought, word, feeling, belief, and action we take, all counts, all is co-creating every now moment, and become the master of the dream. That's what we're here for. Okay, to remember this is a dream, especially where we're here now. We need to remember this, and we need to remind other people as well. Quantum physics really is the link between spirituality and the quantum field, the divine new creatrix field, which basically is online, and we are fully switching on now. As we're switching on our multidimensional DNA and crystal sapphire, diamond rainbow, plasma aurora light body, and that of the planet, because it's all interlinked. And it's ultimately us healing our morphogenetic field. And again, that of the planet, because we are all interlinked through the 12 original tribes, through the soul groups, our soul lineages, ancestral lines, all of that. That is what connects us. So as we heal, we keep healing the collective field. Yeah. And yes, we're not, it's like kind of we're doing it for the collective, but they're also playing their role. Okay, that's just our role to play. All right, so there are no martyrs on that level, really. And it's up to each soul, whether they are, ascending with the planet or are incarnating in another body, or, again, some beings who have committed grave crimes against humanity are disappearing or return back to source or get rehabilitation. Now, everybody will receive healing, and we already are receiving healing. So don't worry, is all I could say. And you need to just give that full responsibility and sovereignty to each soul. Every child, every being, no matter what plays out, that's what they have chosen, okay? Everybody has chosen. It's a divine co-creation, all right? So you just need to stand in your power, just be kind of that guiding light without trying to interfere with other people's experiences and soul's journey. Okay, we're here to obviously assist in whichever way we're guided to, but do not project onto other people what you think might be right for them if they have made up their mind and don't want to know, sort of thing. So anyway, because that is just this whole, like, not trying to control, manipulate other people is a huge thing of us dismantling this within the whole collective field, because we don't want this to happen to us either. So Again, when you have fear rising, just breathe, empty your mind, drop into your heart, connect with your higher self. You will have the answers if you just stay in the now moment, okay? Stay in the now moment, empty your mind, stay with the breath, all right? And the answers will come to you if you ask for it. Transcend the matrix, which is basically fear-based thought forms and beliefs. So we have to fully transcend the distorted polarity consciousness of good versus evil, right versus wrong, all the compartmentalization and judgments, okay, in order to fully transcend the false matrix, because that's what it's all based upon. And the judge not, lest ye be judged, is basically what it really means is as you judge another, you're actually judging yourself. That is really what it really means. That's what I think, believe. So judgment will always show you where you are still in conflict and in separation with aspects of yourself and the one, because we are all one. We're just different aspects of the one. So that's what we're remembering again. That's the totality of the singularity. And that's the oneness. And that's the solution to everything. Because once we remember this at all times and we know ourselves as one with everyone, we are no longer in separation. And that's the new earth realities embodied. And as more of us, 144 monkey effect, fully embody this goes out. Okay. And again, also with the supernova of the heart event, fully flicking the switch, shifting the core of the earth and the poles and the magnetic field. And the ozone layer is also being cleared out because it's also part of the whole false magnetosphere. And that's been shifted back to the mother supermagnetism. And that's all part of us switching the grids fully over. So we are fully holding the grids. The new grid system is fully ready. It's stabilized. The unity field is stabilized. The crystal cathedral network is being activated and is clearing out all the old grid system, the black magic grids. It's all the reversals, everything black goo. And again, also from our bodies, the planetary human body, we all together make up the planetary body. Okay, we're all interconnected. All right, so it's all being cleared out. It's already happening. All right, it's like we're already in the medical beds, med pods, what are they called? Can't remember, med beds. But they are multidimensional. All right, but there will be more healing, I'm sure. But again, focus on your already healed, already ascended diamond avatar self, okay? Especially the forerunners right now. Quantum leap and merge with that version of you. Quantum healing is what we're doing here, okay? And we are quantum timeline travelers. I don't say this for nothing. So, anything else? So just keep seeing through the illusions. Remember, it's not real. Connect to your true eternal self. Doesn't die, has never been born. The one consciousness forever expanding, okay? That's you having no fear because whatever happens, it's just part of an experience and you literally cannot die, all right? Because death isn't real. That's what we need to transcend here, all right? It's a big part, and any fears of survival. So all the lower chakras, it's all clearing. So all our, survival fears, then the whole karma, relationship, sexual areas, and then our Ra center, the solar plexus area where, our power center lies. So it's all been cleared out, upgraded. We are up leveling, and we have to go for it now. So it's up to us of how far we're going to take it. So let's see. I also very much see the masculine, feminine, the queen and king are ready to rise fully together as one, because they can only rise together as one, as I see it. There's a lot of tension in the field through the whole hold up, I feel, of them coming together, because it's these last fears that are being released, because it's the masculine literally in a cage of his own mental mind and fears which are false evidence appearing real. And, imagination running wild. So we need to become really masterful of what's really real and what's not. The thoughts, because whenever your mind and your heart are kind of in disagreement, your heart knows, really. And anything fear-based is just not real. Danger is different, okay? But even if you think about getting hurt, let's say, okay, like if we're looking at, you know, maybe considering a new relationship, ultimately, what could get hurt are expectations or us thinking if somebody else would reject us, that this is actually anything to do with us. You know, I mean, what do you really regret at the end of your life? It's the things you didn't do instead of the things you did. Like when I look back at anything I did, sure, some things are really stupid, but I had to do them. I still, you know, it's like, I would like to do some things differently, but now I know. Then I didn't know. That's why I didn't do it differently. And I only could learn through making those experiences. And now we know better. So we really need to go for whatever we want. And yeah. So there's just this whole tension in the field that I still feel, because the masculine has to fully rise and just transcend all the fears and speak from his heart. That's fully gonna unplug the physical, fully dissolve the physical part of the matrix. I think that's really what's triggering this now over the next few days. So I can feel this in my heart. It's been really heavy. It's been really heavy on my heart because I can literally feel my masculine, and it's excruciating, literally. And I'm trying to clear and heal that, enlighten that as much as I can. But, you know, there's just so much. If you're connected to someone else on an energetic level, obviously you will influence one another. So this has to change, as in the whole energy has to change. So I really hope that it is going to change. So I can see the masculine is going to rise in his essence, and he's going to blast through all this nonsense, which is literally just imagination, okay, and see with clarity what is the right path to take. I definitely see divine counterparts coming together now. Those who are meant to be will be together. And because it's very much part of the igniting of the new Earth realities, because they carry the Edenic and Paradisian codes. It's also very much connected to the new relationship templates and blueprints that anchor also sacred sexuality, which is very much also connected to the dissolution and the creation of the old and new worlds. So it's going to definitely be very interesting from here on in. And let's see what's going to happen. I feel huge, massive shifts and changes over the next few days. Like it's all starting to start. Thankfully, we are rebirthing ourselves. So we are here at that point, at least, you know, many of us who've been on this journey for a while, and we can feel the big shifts happening. And those who are still struggling a lot, I can just give you the advice, like, for example, look back also at my other videos. There are loads of great navigational tips, and they're really quantum, you know, they're timeless. And my activations as well, that should really also assist. And obviously there are other people's, you know, materials that assist, but ultimately you have, you know, like you can really make quantum leaps and jumps right now. Just trust yourself beyond, above anyone else. You know, your inner intuition is going to guide you through this. And as we're so connected to source now and clearing out all these artificial frequencies and the nets, it's all down and totally overwriting the mind control now. You would see my cosmic Christ consciousness rebirthed at a collective level. Okay, this is going to go very quickly now. So, but again, it's up to us to make this happen as we keep remembering and keep mastering our thoughts and keep being those broadcasting stations for the new cosmic Christ consciousness, because we are. Okay, and that comes from neutrality and divine love, whilst we also have our boundaries and stand up for our truth and when things are not right. Okay. We're also here to bring divine order back. But again, that only, like, we can only dissolve and co-create these new realities and the old ones through the neutral observer state from the 0 point field in no time whatsoever. And you fully knowing and reclaiming your power that you can do this, that we hold the timelines in our blueprints, okay? The new Eden. So ignited, it's there, I can see it, it's igniting, okay? Any moment now, you need to train yourself. Everything is going to shift and change. How far we can take it, let's see. This is a gigantic quantum leap, okay? And we're making this happen as we fully blast through any remaining fear-based programming that's not real to begin with. It's not real. like the false matrix. What you're looking at are synthetic overlays. Dissolve them, see what they are, try to tap into the organic creatrix field. Okay, you dare to activate this. Nobody's doing this for us. We're getting a lot of help, but those are all our higher aspects as well. We are literally here having to realize we are God source embodied and those ascended masters and guardians here on the ground making it happen. We're the extensions, otherwise the frequencies couldn't anchor. Okay? So, remember, there's only one of us here. Very soon we will remember and know this and not forget again. And we wake up in our, go back to the future, back to the start, back to the beginning, to start all over again. And it will be as if all the invasions and Holocausts, which are also healing all the traumas right now, all the traumas and wounds never happened. Okay? We will remember the lessons, but it's like all these trauma memories will be washed off us, which is happening right now, so they don't go on repeating. Okay? So we will remember, but not like we have done. All right. And we need to remember our true history, the organic realities, ascension realities, those imprints in our DNA need to be fully activated for those realities to come online. And that means you need to remember a different history, because we have been obviously fed false history records. And they're igniting from within us, from within the grids and the crystalline caverns. Okay, it's all connected also with the crystalline technologies right now, the crystalline cities, the golden cities. That's also part of the crystal cathedral network activations. It's bringing this whole, the God worlds online on Earth. That's what we're doing right now. So check out the activation if you want to, if you feel guided to, obviously. That I will post underneath. So all it really takes, the healing, is a collective paradigm shift, because even the aging, us aging and getting sick, it's all based on trauma, wounds, distorted thought forms, belief, miasms. Okay, so as this is all clearing, as your healed light body is your eternal body. Okay, and there is no more death and disease. So it takes a paradigm shift to heal everybody. And that's what's happening through the 100 monkey effect, and then the collective activations of the energies and activations that are coming in. So that's how it is happening. That's why being the change is the answer. That's the embodiment. Okay, so the advice we would like to give to other people, always apply it a little bit more within. And keep lighting it up. We have huge activations to like our own crystal cathedral, so activations to our pineal, pituitary gland and crown. So you're also generating the Amrita, the sacred liquid, and which is also then basically also connecting the rainbow bridge in between your pineal and pituitary gland. And you also have kind of what I call butterfly activations, where you have kind of the, you can look it up. I'm going to put the link underneath the, which I already did a few days ago in one of my posts, what these crystal cathedral activations are about within our heads and why we get headaches. But we also have high heart activations, so the monadic activations, which it is part of. So our thymus, high heart, which is the key to us integrating and activating our higher identities, multidimensional selves, and also the God seed or cosmic seed atom, which it is called, and the Amorea heart activations, which again is all, part of the ascension and heart activations. Also much DMT releases. And yeah, I think that's it. I have more. But it's really all about us now. Part of being sovereign is us not projecting anymore and taking responsibility without, whilst we also make other people responsible for when they overstep a boundary or are not, something they do is not okay. Because love and light also means tough love, okay? And that's a lot called for, because that's what we didn't know when the invasions happened. We didn't know how to protect and defend ourselves. And it's mainly energetic, and it's part of the embodiment. where then, you know, you just don't have these, especially in energetic level, you don't have these openings anymore, which are these wounds and the traumas and the fears in our energetic field, which allow energetic attacks. So that's the only way how we can have a sovereign energy field, and it's you healing your morphogenetic field. That's the healed light body. That's our healed morphogenetic field in our travel Merkaba vehicle, fully functioning. And that can only happen if your morphogenetic field is fully healed. And as this happens for enough of us, the 144, it happens for the planet, and it happens for the tribes, and it happens for the collective. And that's the reset of the magnetic field as well, because that is basically the shield, the tribal shield, it's also called, that then fully activates and replaces the false magnetosphere. All right, also to do with density, what's keeping us locked in density, because we can't fly like this, can we? So let's unlock it. All to do with us opening our hearts, which means fear, love. You go for the fear and you go for the love and you say, fuck fear, okay? At least that's what I would suggest. So thank you so much, everybody, for doing the hard work and just keeping with it. It's so important just to keep the frequency of you believing. Like what I felt today was this, you're totally over it and you just don't want to do it anymore, whilst you know it's all coming online now. And I think the foreigners of us just know there's just all the doubts, all the insecurities, all the fears, they're just dissolving, all the worries. And you just know this is done. You can just feel it. All right. And I'm seeing it in the field. This is done. This is quantum completing all of our missions, all of our lessons, but we need to now jump and fully quantum align with that highest version of ourself, our diamond avatar, fully online at a collective level as well, because that's also part of the Chrysler Saphira activations as I see them, which is the androgynous light body, the new upgraded version, which carries cosmic blueprints for all races and tribes. All quantum healing, cosmically, okay? The whole cosmos is being reset. So remember, massive undertaking. What's happening? Relax. It's a dream. You're walking in a dream. And we are going to wake up in new organic ascension realities in one moment and no time. In the blink of an eye, eventually. We'll see when that exactly is. Again, go timeless. Just focus on co-creating in every now moment and aligning and what you can do to align with where you want to go, and anything you can't, can't change right now, where you still see limits, fully surrender that to source. Like I have this with my living situation, like I just need to move now. I need to move now. Things need to change. I think many of us can feel this, and the answer is just surrender it, because there's just no practical solution I can find unless there is a miracle. So miracles it is, we call them forth, okay? You keep also calling forth miracles. You literally stay in that mindset. You will literally say miracles, 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 miracles. Make this your mantra. You just keep calling forth miracles. You need to keep training yourself to stay in that vibe, not, forcing yourself again when you feel whatever you need to feel. That's just what you feel and are present with in that moment. But as you move through and then can, feel a bit better again, you then go, okay, miracles, miracles, miracles. This is it now. We are fully manifesting all new earth realities. All the interference patterns all gone. Una sena kena shakura senate, ena kena ye kona shu utarana kena kanasta. Kurantena e asu ushkana yake. Kuda satara sata. Ke aina kuku uskuna isarashi. It is done. Okay, all blocks, all hindrances, it's all dissolved. All that's left are our own fear-based thought forms. That's how it all started. Okay, right back to the start, how it all began, to start all over again. With different thoughts and beliefs and projections. That's how we shift, a whole paradigm shift in how we perceive our realities. That's how they shift. And it's happening, okay? So notice, keep focused on that and keep making it happen with every word, thought, feeling, belief, and action you take, all right? We are this, we are the change makers, and we are literally igniting the new earth realities from within us right now. So keep igniting it, keep working with your DNA. This is a lot about right now really connecting with your body, because your body is your reality. Your field, your bubble is your reality. It's your screen to your reality. Everything is in here, kind of thing. In your 360-degree aurora or bubble, however you want to call it. Okay, your merkabic travel vehicle, where you can literally teleport, levitate, anything with. Okay, and really connect with your DNA, your multidimensional DNA, your strands activating from within with your voice when you're meditating. Just try to sense it, feel it, see it, however you might connect with that. Really just connect in your own natural way, how a childhood might want to connect with that. Okay, don't think there's a right or wrong way. It's really you tapping in your own inner new earth technologies, your diamond avatar technology. It's all inbuilt. So your whole, the whole cosmos is within you. So the whole planet is within you. So if you want to switch on the planet, you switch on your own grids, your own template, your own Katara grid, your own multidimensional Crisis Saphira, Diamond Rainbow Plasma Light Body. And you call back all of our pieces, all of your pieces, because this is a lot about multidimensional integration and retrieving soul aspects. It's also, part of switching on our multidimensional DNA. And that's happening very, very quickly now. So let's have fun with this. Okay. Let's make it fun. That's a very important part. As you're bringing the fun back into Ascension, because that's what switches it all, because it's the children, the humble children that will basically walk all the way to Stairway to Heaven, as in anchoring this and merging this with Earth. Okay. We're not going anywhere as such. We are bringing the God worlds to Earth. Everything is being merged as one new divine world order. We are reclaiming all of the stuff, okay? You re-encrypt, you override, and you make it like, again, it's not like me just making stuff up. I'm connected to source, and that is what comes through as the higher guidance when I see these things. So we are, hijacking all of their kind of narratives and make them our own, and we write our own scripts. Okay, so know your power, fully reclaim it, keep remembering what's real, what's not real, keep seeing through the illusions of separation, especially let it all go, let the fear go, because it's the illusion, literally. Okay, so I love you so much, and thank you so much for your support. Like, share, subscribe, comment, donation details also below. And again, thank you so much for being the change, and keep making the magic happen. Okay, keep calling it forth. Miracles, miracles, miracles. And let's have our minds be blown. Let's see what we have created, and keep doing so. Okay, bye-bye. So much love, many blessings.